Welcome everybody to a new My Hero Academia video. And guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the new game mode. I know it can be very intimidating at first. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff. It can be a little confusing, a little, you can get a little dizzy trying to find stuff to do. So first thing that I want to tell you guys is please do not go in with random people. Try to coordinate, try to find either your Alliance's Discord or maybe your, I don't know, the official Discord. They don't really have a channel for this yet, and the official Discord honestly is a little slow with this kind of stuff. So I might open a Discord myself, so just exclusively to organize teams, because you will definitely want to be with a team. Even if you can coordinate with the voice chat, that would be even better, because yeah, this thing is very difficult. It's very complicated, especially if you're with a bunch of random people that are just doing whatever they want, and they're not even paying attention. So 100% definitely recommend try to find another 8 people to go with that you can coordinate, at least through text, at least. Okay, so that's the first thing. So let's just start at the beginning. Okay, so first things first. Each of your characters has one energy. Your energy will renew on Saturdays, with reset on Saturdays, okay? And each of your characters has one energy, and the thing is, you can play 3 times a day. You can play this game mode 3 times a day, and you can play it 12 times a week, so that means 4 days. 4 days if you use your 3 runs in one day. So that is a lot, and that means that you will actually need 12 characters to actually go through all of your attempts in 1 week, which is also pretty bad, right? Because like I have characters at like level 30, 40. I have characters with no talents, no chips, no cards, no nothing, right? Well, not with no chips. Everybody has chips, but you know what I mean. And so yeah, it's kind of tricky. I don't know how that's gonna work, but yeah. Anyways, you have that. Okay, so you need 12 characters if you actually want to go through all of your runs. And also the thing is, another piece of advice that I will give you is try to do the higher difficulties with your best characters first, or whenever. Just try to do the highest difficulties with your best characters, because the highest difficulties will actually give you the better rewards. And the higher difficulties obviously require more BP. So yeah, keep that in mind, okay? So like try to do the highest difficulties. I made the mistake of using my Bakugo today to do an easy run. So yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I got really terrible shady rewards. So yeah. So keep that in mind, okay? Then for the gameplay itself, so yeah, this is a tricky part, okay? So basically you enter sort of like a lobby, right, which is sector B or region B or whatever they call it, right? So let's say region B, that is the lobby, and then from there you try to find a team in which you can fit. You just apply, kind of like in co-op, you just apply for different teams unless you have your own. Like I said, I do recommend that you have your own team, because going with random people is very stressful, very confusing. So yeah, anyways, you apply, you go in with the team, you get into the lobby again, like you get teleported to the same place, but this time with your team in it, like 9 people, 8 other people, right? And so now all of you 9 people in the game have to be split into 3 different teams. As far as I understand, I'm not sure if you can choose which team to be in, or if you just get assigned as soon as you jump in. I think you can choose, but I wasn't able to. And honestly, guys, I'm just showing you pictures right now. I will show you gameplay later today, but for now I'm just showing you pictures, because unfortunately I'm like all of the people that I want to play with are only available to play later on today, and I just wanted to release this video as soon as possible. So for now we're just gonna work with these visuals, right, with just screenshots that I took, and that I took from other places like Discord and stuff. So basically you go in, you choose a team, right, or you get assigned to a team, and there are going to be 3 teams, right? There's the yellow team, the green team, and the red team, right? And there's going to be also a captain, which is the person that opened, the session. So he's going to be the captain, and he's going to have the power to rearrange the teams. And this is important because each team will have to take care of a very specific task, right? And so it's important that the captain, if you're the captain, keep this in mind, that it's important that the captain actually arranges the teams in a way that makes sense, right? So you should arrange the 3 people with the lowest BP in the red team. Then you should arrange the 3 people with the mid sort of BP, right? Not the highest and not the lowest, in the green team. And then you should arrange, obviously, the strongest people, right, with the highest BP in the yellow team. And the reason why is because then you can assign each team a task, right? And so in Discord, we have this picture, right, that I'm showing you right now, that tells us that you should assign the red team to take care of the 2 bosses at the bottom, right? So now let's jump into the gameplay so that I can actually explain to you what each team will be doing, right? So basically the 2 bosses at the bottom, right, the red ones that you can see right there on that picture, those bosses are going to be the interference bosses, right? And what you need to do is you need to fight them and keep them under control, because if they actually reach your 13, right? 13 is it's the person with the health bar up there. So if they reach 13, they will actually inflict damage to her, right? And the point of this game mode is for you to save her, for you to defeat the main bosses before 13 actually loses all of her health. Okay, so you definitely need to take care of the bottom, the red bosses down there, right? Those are the interference bosses, and you will need to assign the weakest team, right, the red team, to those bosses, because they actually are the weakest bosses, honestly. So the red team will take care of them. Basically, when you kill those bosses, like when you kill each one, so if you kill the top one first, it will respawn after 2 minutes. Okay, so you need to keep them under control. So the red team will have to rotate, right? So they will kill one, and while that one is in cooldown, then they will go to the other one, and so on and so forth until the game is done, right? And then so for the green team, the green team will have to take care of these bosses that you can see right there. They're called buff bosses, right? So the green team will have to take care of those, because those bosses, what they actually will do is when you defeat them, they will buff your teammates. So definitely very important for you to defeat those bosses, for sure, because what's going to happen is you will definitely need those buffs for the yellow team to take care of the rest. So the yellow team, which is going to be the team with the strongest people, right, with the highest BP, will have to go for the 3 main bosses, right? And so the 3 main bosses are the ones in yellow, right? And you will see them at the top of the screen when you're in the lobby. So those are the 3 bosses that you need to defeat in order to win. Those are the bosses that actually you just defeat and you win the game. Okay, so that's basically kind of like how the game works. So this is exactly why I'm telling you guys that you should definitely find a team, right? You should definitely find a group of people that you can actually coordinate through text or through voice chat or whatever, so that you can actually go and do this with actual coordination, because trying to do this with random people, like, people just don't care what team they're on. They just run to whichever boss, whichever place is available at the time. They don't care. It's just a mess, right? It's not organized. People are writing in the chat, but half of the people don't even talk in the chat, don't even pay attention to the chat, so they're just running around like headless chicken doing whatever. So definitely recommend that you actually pay attention to definitely recommend that you find a team that can actually organize you guys, and a captain that can keep their cool, and like, even if his teammates mess up. So yeah, so that's kind of like the gameplay, right? So one more time, you just deal with the bosses at the bottom, the interference bosses, because otherwise we will get penalized with 1,000 less health on 13. So definitely want to take care of them. Then you want to deal with the green bosses, right, which are the buff bosses, so that then basically just to make life easier for the strongest team, which is the yellow team, that will deal with the main bosses that we need to defeat in order to win this game mode. Okay, so another thing that you need to keep in mind, basically so the way that you win rewards in this game is a little tricky. Okay, some people are saying that it's not based on performance, right? That even if you get MVP, you don't get better rewards. Well, yeah, but no, sort of. So the way that you actually win in this game, as you can see on the screen right now, is by participating. So the more battles that you have won, I don't think it's participation. I think it's the most battles that you have won, because when I first went in, I lost the first battle, and so my progress said 0 out of 2, and then out of 2 means that you actually need to have won 2 battles, not participated, because I participated but I failed the battle, and so it didn't count. So I think you need to win 2 fights in order to receive, at least 2 fights in order to receive rewards. Okay, and so basically the more battles that you have won, right, the more the highest the number out of 2, as you can see right there in the screen, then the better the rewards will be. Okay, so do keep that in mind. So it kind of is based off of performance, but at the same time not. And what I mean by that is, well, if you have like a character with like 60,000 BP and you go in, well, obviously you're gonna win your battles a lot faster, and so you will be able to get into more battles and win more battles, because you know you can just shove more battles faster. So I do think it definitely is based off of you, or like you, at least your BP, your performance does have an impact, right, in your rewards at the end. It's not very significant, because you know, like your teams could definitely drag you down if they are not at the level that you are at, but I do think that it does impact, you know, your performance does impact your rewards at some level, right, on some level, because again, like if you have 60,000 BP, you will just run through bosses like it's nothing, right, like cutting through butter, and so you will be able to participate more, and so the more that you participate, the better the rewards that you will get, right? So yeah. So then for the rewards itself, I wanted to touch on this real quick. So basically they give you this currency that you can use in a special shop to buy either talents or this new item that apparently it's to overclock chip slots, right? Slots, guys, remember that it's chip slots, not chips specifically. That is the great thing, the thing that I love about this game, that both gear and apparently now chips get enhanced on their slots and not the gear or the chips itself. So you can always throw away a chip that is useless now and put a new one, and you will still get the buff that you will get from this item, right? So so yeah, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. Unfortunately I couldn't win any of the new items. I got just below what I needed to actually win one of those items, but you know, I have already organized to do 2 more runs today that I will be recording, and I will hopefully get a higher you know, a higher placement, so I can get better rewards. And then if I do, or if I don't, even if I don't, I'll just buy some of these new items so that I can show you guys in another video how it works, you know, with the chips and stuff. So do look forward to that. So hopefully this guide was clear enough. I know I sometimes can stutter a little bit, and you know, I can get mixed up a little bit. I hope that this was understandable. If you have any questions whatsoever, guys, of course, please leave them in the comments and I will happily answer them as best as I can. I will, like I said, I will release more videos talking about this game mode. I will release more with gameplay, and also talking about the new item and how it works with chips and how much PP does it give you and if it's worth it, etc., stuff like that. So that's gonna be the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, if you learned something. Leave a comment. What do you think? Do you like this new game mode? Would you guys like me to make a Discord specifically just to find teams so that we can organize ourselves? And subscribe if you'd like more videos like this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.